Hey pals, the first couple minutes of Eli's audio got kind of messed up, so it's a little quiet, but it's okay. We'll get through this with your emotional support. Thank you. This is your roommate's podcast. Welcome to our apartment. I'm Jake.
And I'm Eli. And I have this burning question that I've been wanting to ask you all week.
Drop it on me, girl.
If you could break into one house in the world
What?
without being caught, whose house would you break into?
Oh, that's a bombshell.
I know.
One house.
One house.
Anyone's house?
Yep. You're not going to get caught.
Do you want, am I supposed to steal? Or is like...
Only if that's where your mind goes. You're fucking
delinquent. Delinquent? Like, do I claim this land as mine now, or how?
Whatever you want.
Or I'm just like, I'm here now, and they're like, hey, I'm gonna call the police. Like, can't. Is that what's gonna happen? You feel like that won't work.
You get a free pass. They hand you a pass.
Oh, okay.
No, whoever's house you break into, you get to hang out with them, right? Okay. They end up being super cool.
Oh, okay.
For no reason.
And we're besties?
You end up being besties. But like, you're breaking into their house.
Can I move into their house?
I don't know. You gotta talk to them about that.
I don't know why. The first name that comes to my mind is Shaq. Because I saw his house on Cribs a long time ago.
Yeah?
He's got a pretty cool house. He's got his own private basketball court.
Yeah? Do you think he still lives in that same house?
I don't know. It's a huge house. Probably. Usually when, I don't know.
So then you'd be chilling with Shaq?
Yeah, I'd be,
What's the first thing you guys would do?
Damn, I don't know. We'd probably, shoot a commercial. He does a lot of those.
You don't think he would ask why you're in his house?
Well, he apparently comes to me like a guardian angel and says, here's your free pass, best friend. I don't know why it's Shaq. I don't think that'd be my answer, but I just thought about his house.
Okay, then what's your answer?
Fucking, I don't know.
Ooh, George Washington?
Oprah? Oh, Oprah. Oprah, my best friend. What would your answer be? I'm thinking.
One guy.
Or girl.
Or girl.
Ooh, I got my answer.
Oh.
No, I changed it.
God damn it, Jake, you fucking I'm gonna go with maybe, like, Elon Musk.
Oh, okay.
I feel like he's got some dope shit in there.
Sure, probably does.
Some crazy shit.
It has to be a house, though.
I mean, what else would it be?
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna break in, like, a band's tour bus?
What? Shit, I don't know. I break into someone's house, and then we become best friends. This is the scenario.
Best friends?
So who do I want to be my best friend?
You're going way too deep, Jake. This was a simple question.
I don't think it was.
It was. I know, I made it.
All right, my answer's fucking the Obamas, of course.
The Obamas.
Yeah, where do they live now?
Fuck if I know.
Okay.
I feel like if I knew, that would not be a good thing.
Let me just, what? You don't want to be best friends with the Obamas?
I'm not saying I wouldn't want to be best friends with the Obamas. I'm
like
just saying if I knew where
nice
they
family.
live now, I feel like that's a little weird.
Oh. Yeah. You're right. Man, I don't know. I know two people that I don't want now that I've thought about it. Maybe 3 or 4. Your mom's house.
My mom. You could basically live there if you wanted to.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is a hard question. Okay, I'm probably just gonna have to go with David Hasselhoff.
Good choice. I like it.
So let's move on now.
Let's move on.
Me and the Hoff are best friends. He's not dead, is he?
I don't think so.
All right, cool. Me and the Hoff, best friends.
The other night, wasn't it me and you? We were watching the SpongeBob movie, where they
What?
weren't we?
The other night?
Was it a while ago?
Ah.
We watched the SpongeBob movie, right?
Sure, probably.
It was on TV, and we didn't even watch the full thing. Okay.
Ocean man, take me
And
by
I did
the
not have
hand,
control of the
lead me
remote,
to
so it
the
was Jake.
land. Yeah, I'm always in control of the remote.
He's always in control of the remote. Because I don't.
Because I'm the alpha.
Yep, he's the alpha. And, but we were watching it, and David Hasselhoff,
Didn't set a timer.
God damn it, Jake, is, he's in the movie.
Yeah, he's in the movie.
And he's the best part.
Yeah, it's a pretty good part.
He's like a boat.
Yeah, dude, have you not seen SpongeBob SquarePants movie before?
No, I've seen it. I'm just saying.
I'm saying everybody, our target audience has seen that movie, and what you just told them means nothing to them.
Fine. Jesus.
Oh, I actually have a pretty cool story about when I saw SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
I bet. I fucking bet, Jake. Fucking asshole.
I apologize. So, okay. My cousin from Des Moines was in town. Shout outs to Riley. What's up, bro?
Riley.
What up, bro? He was in town, and basically all my family from Des Moines was in town.
Yeah.
And it was actually because we were doing Christmas with my grandma early that year because she was like terminally ill.
God.
Don't feel bad. This was 15 years ago now. Yeah. Long time ago.
Making it depressing, Jake. Thanks.
Just bear with me. So basically, family's at the house. Me and Riley were playing the Star Wars game on the computer on our landline connection.
Which Star Wars game?
I don't remember. Just some Star Wars game. I remember I was like playing a Gonk droid or something.
Was it Galaxies?
I have no
that game was the
idea.
Bomb.
I have no idea. It's 2004. And there's this phone by our computer.
Mm-hmm.
I did not think it was plugged in. I got excited about something. So basically, we're playing Star Wars game. I got excited, picked up the phone, called 911, said something along the lines of, "Yo, you got to pick Julia up right now. Julia is my sister, my little sister." I called the cops on her, and then like 20 minutes later, 2 police officers showed up at my parents' house. I literally just all I remember is picking up the phone, calling, and then hanging up. I don't know how they got to the house.
This is why you had to go to counseling.
I guess they have that. They can track the number to the address. I guess that makes sense. But I got in big trouble, and then we went to see SpongeBob SquarePants movie, and I was like still really sad.
What was the point of that story, Jake?
Don't call the cops on your sister.
Don't.
I wonder if that's still on. Well, you think that's on my permanent record?
I hope so. You deserve it.
I was a very emotional child. I just remember like crying because I don't know.
Because you called the cops on your sister.
I mean, literally, the cops just came down and were like, like talked to my mom for like 10 minutes, and she was like, "No, oh my god, my kids are so shitty." This is why every time you go home to your parents, you just like, now I'm just like, "I'm sorry, Mom."
I'm sorry for everything I did as a child.
It is like go over their house, like do the dishes, and say, "I'm sorry."
Is that what you do?
That's what my brothers said to do. It makes you feel better. Because we were pieces of garbage. Because kids are garbage.
Maybe.
Kids are
Maybe
garbage.
You were.
All kids are garbage.
I don't know. I feel pretty confident about how I was.
Yeah. You were a child, right? Yes?
No, never been. I came out an adult.
I saw this thing. People were talking about their earliest memory.
Mm-hmm.
And this one crazy woman, I call her crazy because of her answer. I don't know her personally.
Yeah.
She claimed that she remembers coming out of her mom's vaginas. She's like, I was in this tunnel and I came through. I was like, no.
Did she maybe get like knocked out once as a kid?
No, that's not what happened.
She get knocked out once as a kid, and that was her coming to.
I don't know.
What's your earliest memory?
My earliest memory? I was thinking about it. I think I was like, I can remember being like 3 or 4, probably 3. around that. Because I'm trying to think. I can remember some stuff from preschool when I was definitely 4.
Yeah.
But I think this was before that. I just remember being in grocery store parking lot, holding my mom's hand, and just like experiencing consciousness. Like, whoa.
What is the earliest you can like remember something?
I think it's around that 3 or 4, probably. I mean, maybe some people that have a weird thing where it's earlier, but it's also difficult because you hear stories about yourself, and then like that
true.
Gets in there. But I feel like that earliest I remember is that just like being there. But I remember like some stuff from preschool, like I cut this girl's hair, got in trouble. I remember the first day of kindergarten.
I remember, I have like two of my earliest memories were, I think one was before I was in preschool. It was probably pretty close to right before I was in preschool.
Yeah.
But I was playing on the steps of our house at the time with this girl who lived on the street.
Dang.
I remember that.
Straight play, even back in the day.
And I remember in preschool I had a crush on a chick.
In preschool?
Yeah. I remember. Like,
you know what, that is kind of interesting because people talk about like, when did you first realize that you were into guys or girls or whatever the situation is? And it's like, I don't remember. I just remember always being like, yo, I gotta get with the ladies.
Gotta get with
you
the
feel
ladies.
me? Feel me on that? Where'd you go to preschool?
Fuck if I know.
Oh, I went to, they do that thing at Fox. I don't know if they do it anymore.
They have at Fox? You went to preschool at Fox?
Like they do a thing with the high schoolers. At least they used to. It's where you do preschool at Fox High School, and they have students like run it. Like there's a teacher, but the students like essentially run it. I don't know if they do it anymore.
I don't think so. I feel like we would have heard.
Yeah, probably.
But I don't know. We lived in the city when I went to preschool.
Oh, okay.
So I don't. Ah, man, because it went. I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
I went to kindergarten at Rockport, so.
Yeah.
We moved to Arnold.
My parents moved to Arnold whenever I was like 8 months old. Ish.
It's very young.
Yeah.
I lived in Chicago for the first year of my life.
Chi-town.
And then
finally making the reunion.
Moved back, stayed in my grandparents' basement for like another year and a half maybe or something. Then got a house in South City, I think. Lived there for a little bit. Went to preschool. And moved to Arnold. Went to kindergarten.
And the rest is history.
Yeah.
All right.
So what's something fun that you did this weekend, Jake?
Well, is President's Day weekend. So my sister came in town. She goes to school, Springfield. It was about 3 hours away-ish. So we had the whole fam together. Was that yesterday?
Was it yesterday, Sunday?
Yeah, it was yesterday. Yesterday, all my siblings, my parents, and my sister-in-law and my brother's girlfriend, we had lunch. And then I was supposed to come back here, but I didn't have a ride. So.
Because your sister bailed on you.
Yeah, I don't have a car right now. It's a rough life.
It's a rough life out on the streets.
Especially since when your parents live 45 minutes away from your apartment. And it's like, can I please go home? I have no way to go home. So, yeah. That's basically what I did. I don't know. I hung out with my sister.
Hung out with Lenny, you said, your brother.
Oh, yeah, Friday. I went over.
D&D got canceled.
Because I was planning on going home, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I hang out with my sister. But I can't just go home because it's too far to just go because I don't have a car. So I had to make it baby steps. So I first went to my brother Lenny's house, who lives in the city, because I can get there through the train. And then how did I even get? I think my dad picked me up. Oh, yeah, because, yeah, I got picked up. So you had to go, like, halfway and then the other half. It's really annoying. I wish I had a car.
So somebody get this man a car.
Yeah, well.
So, what did I do this weekend? Well, on Friday...
No one asked.
Fuck you, Jake. On Friday...
No, I'm curious. What did you do?
What did I do? On Friday, I went with my girlfriend, Lizzie.
Woo!
And we went and saw Alita Battle Angel.
Ooh.
We saw... It was kind of like a Valentine's Day thing because she was busy on Thursday. I was busy too, so kind of did that. So
you were not busy on Thursday.
Was I not? I had class.
Yeah, but like.
And I work. And she has class all day on Thursday.
Pretty sure we were bumming pretty hard on Thursday night. It's not important.
Oh wait, we were supposed to hang out Thursday, but then she said she got a bunch of reading she had to do.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we like did nothing. And
that's true.
Got increasingly depressed. Nah, I had a good time. I just need to like start doing stuff.
Which is why we put out an ad on Craigslist for Jake.
Wait, what? Don't put an ad out on Craigslist for me.
You guys totally should. His name is Jake Sharoni.
Why are you doing this?
And he's a incredibly sexy and sensitive man.
Jesus. You think that I'm not out in the streets grinding already? I don't need you.
You don't grind until you get on Craigslist.
Ew.
That's the grind.
Ooh, I have another future bit for this podcast. Oh my god, my throat. Dude, what? Okay. Never mind.
All right.
One time we were talking for a while, my throat like stopped working, and I hope that doesn't happen today because I couldn't talk for like a week.
That's
properly.
True. That was rough.
So I hope that doesn't happen right now. I started feeling a little fuzz.
But so I saw Alita Battle Angel this weekend. I wanted to talk about it a little bit. So it's okay.
That's the one with the girl with the weird eyes, right?
Yeah, it's based off of a how do you say it?
A manga?
Yeah, a manga.
That's what I thought, yeah.
By what's his name? It's based off of a manga.
Is it probably a Japanese name?
Yeah, it is a Japanese name.
Cool.
Yukito.
You got this.
Yukito Kishiro.
Yukito Kishiro.
Yeah, something like that.
Kishiro.
But anyways,
Kishiro.
It was directed by Robert Rodriguez and produced by James Cameron.
Oh, B-Rod? That's Bob Rodriguez.
It's R-Rod.
Wait, so what did James Cameron do with this flick?
He was a producer and helped write.
He just threw money at it and said, "Hey, use periods, bitch. Put my name on it."
So he was going to direct this movie, right?
Really?
Yeah. So this is what happened. He got this movie over like 10 years ago. Like he was about to do it before he even did Avatar.
Okay.
But I don't know. He couldn't like get it to work or something. So he just kind of like threw it away and started working on Avatar and all those movies. And then I guess Robert Rodriguez came and wanted to do it, and then he helped produce and write some stuff, which is not a good thing actually because well, the dialogue and the story were really bad.
No.
Really bad. It was dialogue's
not a
really bad. It's like and it's like you know Aquaman. You didn't see Aquaman?
Nope.
No.
Boycott.
Okay, so Aquaman,
DC
if you saw
boycott
it,
gang.
Story very mediocre, dialogue really bad, visuals really good. Same with this movie, pretty much.
So it looks nice.
Visuals were fucking awesome though.
Looks nice. The parts that are story and dialogue. No espueno, Senor Rodriguez.
They had some okay parts of the story that were kind of fun. They had this like kind of mystery going that was fun in the beginning. But it's really clunky. The pacing was off.
That's weird. I haven't heard that much about it since it came out. I wonder how well it's doing.
I think it's doing pretty well. I think it took over the weekend of the Lego Movie.
Ooh, wow. I mean, you put James Cameron's name on it.
Yeah.
People are going to see it.
And the visuals are stunning. Like,
yeah.
So good. Especially, so the coolest things are the visuals and the world building, because the world is super cool.
Ooh.
Like, you would like the world, because it's like, cyborgs and shit, and
That's
crazy
pretty cool.
shit.
Yeah, I'm into that.
And it's fucking dope. Like, if you like sci-fi, I say go see it.
Really?
Just for the visuals.
I think I could probably wait till it's on streaming or
That's
something.
Yeah. But I actually saw it in 3D.
Oh,
which was
damn.
even cooler. I'm not a big advocate of 3D movies, but,
Oh, yeah. They're kind of weird.
Some movies it adds to, and some movies it just doesn't do anything.
Throw it in to
Yeah,
get money.
yeah. But this movie it added to, so
That's cool.
yeah.
I don't even know the last movie I saw in 3D. Did we see Avengers in 3D? It was just IMAX. I think it was just IMAX.
It's probably just IMAX.
I don't even know the last movie I saw in 3D.
I saw Aquaman in 3D
Oh.
when it came out opening night with Jimmy.
Oh.
We went to the 3D special event.
Oof.
Yeah. But anyways, they're gonna give a score to it.
Ooh, score.
Entertainment wise, I'd say about like a 7.5.
Oh, so it's pretty.
Visuals and all that.
So it's watchable.
Definitely watchable.
Cool.
Well made. I was bouncing between 5 and a 6. I'll give it a 6.
A light 6 on
A
that
light
one.
6. So, yeah. I'd say if you are a fan of the genre of sci-fi and love really awesome visuals, if you like any of the Transformer movies, go see it.
That's weird. I don't know. I consider myself pretty into sci-fi, but I don't like the Transformers movies.
Well,
Not even
those aren't really sci-fi. I was just saying that because the visuals.
Well, I don't know if
the visuals are really good and the stories are.
Would
really
they be
bad.
considered sci-fi? Is even my question. I guess so.
I don't think so.
I mean, they go in space, right?
Yeah, but they're not like. I don't know.
And it's science, or is it magic? Ooh.
I don't think they're sci-fi. They might be. I don't know what exactly is like sci-fi exactly, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, are superhero movies sci-fi?
No.
No. So I don't know. I feel like they're their own thing, kind of.
Superhero.
But yeah, I'd say if you like sci-fi, if you like awesome visuals.
Are you gonna buy this movie?
Am I gonna buy it? Probably not.
All right.
Oh, one cool thing about the movie is, it's PG-13. So if
they get one F word.
they get one F word,
Yeah.
okay, but they used it perfectly.
Really?
Yes.
I love that.
It was like
That's like the biggest thing I look for when I go into a PG-13 movie.
when they used it, you're like, oh shit!
You can say that.
It was awesome. Like, cause it was like a silent dramatic moment, and she's like, "Fuck you," kills him or something like that. I don't know. Not really giving spoilers, but
Dang. She says, "Fuck you."
something. Yeah.
Mm.
It was awesome though. It's a good moment.
Edgy.
Edgy as fuck. But yeah, that's something I did this week.
So that was the romantic film you saw with your girlfriend for Valentine's Day.
Hey, she picked it.
That's fair.
I didn't pick it. I did want to go see it, but she really wanted to go see it.
Was there any good romantic movies? I mean, that Rebel Wilson movie about, like, it's like a rom-com spoof movie. I guess that's the Valentine's movie that came out. I almost saw that on Thursday, but then you ended up not leaving, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do nothing.
You're gonna do nothing with your bud Eli.
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh. What else did we do?
Alita, Battle Angel.
So we watched an interesting documentary this week.
Yeah. I shouldn't have started this documentary. It's probably started around 4 a.m. I think so, because you got back from work, you got off at 3.
Yeah,
right?
that sounds about right.
And I think I started it probably around 3:30ish. Cause I tried to sleep at a normal time that night, but I couldn't do it, so I gave up. And then we watched this documentary. Were you watching the whole time?
No.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I was doing. I think he was doing some homework, and I also was cooking food.
Should probably know what the name of the documentary is. I don't even remember.
That's true.
I think it's called Roe v. Wade.
Roe v. Wade.
Yeah,
That
because
sounds right.
let me look that up.
But it's a documentary about abortion
Yeah,
and just kind of how
it's more. I mean,
the
it's
government.
definitely told in like a context of preserving Roe v. Wade, which is the court decision from the 70s, I believe it was.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah.
right.
I think so, like early 70s, about how establishing that abortions are legal and a state law can't be made to keep someone from getting an abortion. But I think they still like it was just more talking about the history of it and how like how's that's changed.
Yeah, it's pretty kind of eye opening. Well, like in the way of like how different politicians have like just flipped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Flipped one way or the other just to
Appease the party.
Yeah, appease a party.
Yeah, because they talked about the big one was the Republicans were in favor of abortion for the longest time. They're talking about how in this Supreme Court ruling, 4 of the justices were appointed by Nixon, and they were like totally fine with it. And then in 1980 with Reagan is whenever like they flipped because they found out they could get votes from religious people who they already sided with on a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
And then they talked about how like George Bush Sr. was in favor of abortion, and then whenever he started running for president, he flipped, and the same thing happened with Trump, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah,
to see.
It is interesting. It's interesting for me too, because like I don't know. I came from like kind of a religious background ish.
Mm-hmm.
Like I went to like Southern Baptist. I grew up Southern Baptist.
Yeah.
So when I grew up, I kind of like I was a little bit against abortion. But not really for religious reasons. For me, it was like kind of if you make that decision to do the act, then
right.
you kind of should live with your consequences.
Uh-huh.
But I've definitely flipped like since like I don't know whenever I had that opinion like years ago to like more like why like I shouldn't like it's not my decision like if anybody gets to decide it should be the women
right
or the person who it's happening to should get to decide.
Mm-hmm. And I think the biggest thing that they talked about in this documentary and how I've thought about this for a while is it should be a decision between a doctor and the woman. It definitely shouldn't be the government's decision.
Oh, definitely not. Government. Yeah.
So that's where it gets kind of weird. And they talked about how this is kind of a fascinating thing because it's like the only medical procedure that has this much stigma attached to it and regulation and stuff. It's pretty crazy.
It is. The only thing I've always wondered like I don't know how often it really happens that like if a woman got pregnant,
yeah,
right, and the father wants to keep it, like he wants to have that kid, like I don't know. I think it should be the woman's choice, but that would suck. That would like hurt.
But
like,
they were talking about I don't know. They break down like the statistics on a lot of it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's like a very minority.
Yeah.
Like that's in the super minority if that even happens really.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of it's obviously the woman should have the choice because like dad's not in the picture or, got impregnated not on purpose by a man that she didn't want.
But taking, I don't know.
Definitely should not be the government's decision.
Just don't think it should be the government's decision, especially because that brings up the greater things about people talk about a lot of equal rights. People talk about how it becomes this systematic thing since government's ran by mostly white men anyway. It becomes this thing about white men telling women what to do, and that's a whole nother thing that causes more problems.
Yeah.
Equality wise,
even though I'm not like sure that's like really what the actual issue is.
Well, but I think it's an underlying issue too. It's a effect of what happens.
Do you think it's like that's what they feel, even though like that's how they feel, even though that's not the actual issue?
Well, no, it's. I don't think that's most people's main point, but I think that's another thing to consider. Too, like they were talking about how, that's why they feel like some people are for it in some cases because they feel like they want that power over people. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
They break down a lot of different facets of what goes on. It's a pretty good doc. Pretty sure it was made by Netflix.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Netflix is making
supported
a lot of
by
good
Netflix.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, they just make a lot of stuff.
They do make a lot of stuff, but quite a bit of good content.
But it is pretty good 4 a.m. watch. Got to learn some stuff every once in a while.
We probably could have, if we watched it at a different time, would have got a little bit more.
Yeah, probably. Oh.
But it was just pretty interesting. And Trump he did the same thing. What Reagan did?
George Bush, yeah.
George Bush.
They compared it more closely to
George Bush.
what George Bush did, yeah.
Because they literally before they were elected, before they were running,
they were openly
for abortion. Mm-hmm. And then as soon as they got elected, or not,
whenever
as soon
they
as
started campaigning,
yeah, they switched over.
Because I mean, I get it; they have to do that, but then that starts to make me question: like, are any of these people have any real thoughts?
The answer is not really.
It hurts.
Not really. I mean, Trump was a lifelong Democrat.
Right.
Before he switched.
Okay.
It's kind of crazy. I don't know.
It's dumb. Vote none of the above. That's what movies are. Brewster's Millions. You ever seen that movie?
I don't think so.
Netflix? He basically has to spend his grandfather's fortune.
Yeah.
To keep it, he has to spend like a certain amount to keep a certain amount or something.
Mm-hmm.
But he can't like just buy stuff. He has to like do stuff. And the biggest thing he spends on, he runs for president and he says vote none of the above is the campaign.
That's interesting.
It's a good movie. It's what's that fool's name? Richard Pryor. It's Richard Pryor movie.
Gotcha. Have to watch it sometime.
Yeah, it's a good one. I remember my dad showed that to me when I was like 10. My dad just showed me, like, he was like, I don't know.
You wanted to write in Mickey Mouse for the longest time.
Probably. Scarred for life.
That's what you
also,
told
Mickey
me
Mouse
in
would be a great president.
That's what you told me. You said, Eli, when I can vote, I'm going to write in Mickey Mouse. And I said, okay, Jake.
And whenever I did vote, I didn't write in Mickey Mouse. I'll tell you that right now.
There's always next time.
Damn it. This is why Mickey Mouse isn't our president. So what's this Liam Neeson business, Eli? Tell me about Liam Neeson.
So you literally heard nothing about it?
No, I haven't heard anything.
Oh.
Didn't know the Niece man was in the news at all.
He is in some controversial ways. He came out, I don't know how long ago it was, but he came out and basically told reporters and stuff that he once, a long time ago, he had a friend, a very close friend.
Yeah.
And she was raped.
Yeah.
And she had came to him right after.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Neeson was very upset. And it happened that a black man had raped her. All right.
Yeah.
So then he went out with a baseball bat.
Yeah. And
roamed the streets, looking for any black man to start shit with him, so he could beat the shit out of them.
What?
All right. So.
That's wild.
I know, it's wild. So now, obviously that causes some controversial things. But a lot of people are calling him racist about this.
I mean,
okay.
He went out trying to do a hate crime.
It's actually, there's a name for it. Here, I wrote it down. Okay. It's called instrumental violence.
Sure.
So it's basically when so for the longest time, humans were tribes.
Sure.
So whenever somebody of another tribe, hurt somebody in your tribe, you would want to go destroy them. And basically he said in the interview that it would be like the same way if like any other person, like an Asian person, a Mexican person, a white dude, whatever, any of them would have done the same thing. He would have reacted the same way.
Okay.
So and it's this thing. It's called instrumental violence.
Yeah.
And he's trying to bring it out into the spotlight as like bringing awareness to this shit happens.
Oh, okay.
To people under extreme duress, because it's just kind of like a natural thing that our minds can do if you're under extreme like pressure and extreme circumstances. And he's trying to bring out, awareness to this shit. Sure. And he did not have to say this at all. Like, this was, like, just completely out of the blue.
Gotcha.
Trying to bring out. And then everybody, flipped out on him and told him he shouldn't have, like, talked about it and, like, that he's a racist and, like, all this other crazy shit. And, like, a bunch of people are like, he has a new movie coming out.
Right, yeah.
And so he's, like, they're, like, boycotting his movie and shit. And I don't know. He was trying to, like, be honest about himself. And he said... he had a problem. He after this, he realized he had a problem with it, and he went and like got help, like psychological help. So he's coming out trying to be like helpful. Like, this is a thing. This is a problem. This is what people deal with. If you can't talk about this shit, then how is it gonna get better?
That's true. Okay.
So I don't,
Yeah, I can definitely see how people, because I mean, a lot of people just.
As soon as they hear a race, and they're like, you're racist.
Well, they hear a headline, and if it's portrayed in a way, and they don't take the time to see like the extent of what he said, or the reason why he said it, or just even the context. Yeah. I mean, that seems good. Good on him. Yeah. It doesn't sound like he was racist.
No, what he did was wrong, and he knows that. It's just he's not racist, and a lot of people they don't take the time to look into things,
Right.
And also
because people are complicated,
Yeah, people are.
Can't just boil it down.
And we were talking earlier about our media is kind of fucked.
Oh yeah.
It's like
it's always been like that though, from my understanding.
It's been kind of
1 week since you looked at me.
It's the worst that it's ever been.
Sure, because it's most prominent with the internet.
Yeah, well, because social media. So it used to be, I think that a lot of whenever like you would go to look at news, you had these sources, and more reporters were like reporting. They were doing their job.
Yeah.
Now a lot of it is Twitter. A lot of reporters will literally just go on Twitter and find information on Twitter. Mm-hmm. And they won't report it. Like, they won't actually go in and research and do the reporting.
Well, I think you can talk about how people have changed through that too, but I think honestly it boils down to there's always been misinformation portrayed in the media, but now we just have way more access to it.
It's true.
So that amplifies it, and then people find out that they can make money off of it, so they do that.
Yeah. And there's lots of
it's pretty effed.
With a lot of people getting their news from things like Twitter, it's very short.
Yeah, because the news is supposed to be like a reliable secondary source, so you don't have to do the work yourself, Yeah. But now you kind of
do.
Kind of have to again, which is it's probably good for us in some ways.
Yeah.
Because we get lazy in a lot of things,
That's what. So I was listening to it's probably Joe Rogan podcast. I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan, but I was listening to one of them, and they were talking about how maybe this is good for like our future generations, because we're gonna have to learn that we have to do things ourselves. Like, we have to go look, or we'll just fall apart.
Yeah, it's just hard because I don't know. I feel like people. I mean, for me, like, I have to. Whenever I see something, it's like, all right. What really went down though? Yeah. Like on anything and everything, it's like you hear something on the surface. Like, all right, let's see if I can find some roots of this stuff. Yeah,
I try to take everything with a grain of salt.
Kind of have to.
No matter what it is, how it sounds, I'm very skeptical of everything, which I don't know if it's a good thing, but like I'm very like even if somebody will say something and generally I would say I would agree with them, I would still be skeptical of them.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
It's just how I am.
I feel like because a lot of people are turning that way similarly, you know. It's like they're just you can't believe anything, so you just can't. So but I feel like that's still in the minority of people. Like, still most people are just gonna hear that and then boom,
Probably.
go with that stuff. But I don't know. I have faith. I have faith in people. I feel like we'll be better about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a learning process too,
Yeah.
because
I mean,
a lot of the stuff is still new.
So new, like 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy new. And I don't know. I'm very much a I would like to say I'm a pretty positive person when it comes to people. Like I believe in people and that we can get better, and I'm not very pessimistic about things.
Yeah.
So I a lot of times will believe that things will get better, but there's a lot of people out there who think that it will never get better.
Yeah. The thing is, yeah, you think it's going to get better, but we still have to do something.
That's true.
We can't get complacent and be like, it'll fix itself.
That's true.
Because that's not going to work either. So
that's one of the reasons I wanted to start this podcast.
Amen. Bring it home.
Talk, because, I mean, we haven't done it yet. Right now, it's been a lot of us bullshitting, but we're hoping to get some real, actual guests on here,
right,
who can explain some stuff to us.
Yeah,
we can learn.
We're still just learning how to do this too.
Yeah,
you know, getting better at it.
Yeah.
So I hope that's enjoyable.
If you're listening now, you get to be like, this is the...
We were the OGs. You know, whenever we're making millions and billions of that sweet podcast money, and we could start all our dream projects, you know?
Yeah.
You can be like, I was the OG. And everyone's like, shut up, hipster. Fuck you.
Go live in a box.
Go live in a box. Bitch. That's pretty cool. I don't think Liam Neeson's a racist, based on the information that has been given to me by a very reliable source in Eli.
Yeah, but don't believe me per se. Go look it up yourselves.
Yeah, that's fair, but I trust you.
Thanks, man.
Because I know you.
But, yeah, definitely go look up stuff yourself. Don't believe what everybody else says all the time.
Don't believe what you hear.
But yeah. You want to talk some sports now?
Sports. What's up? What's going on in sports?
Well, we want to talk baseball first, football first.
Let's hit
hockey, tennis.
Let's talk about football.
Let's
get that over with.
Okay.
What's going on in the NFL?
Well,
actually, let's not say football, because that whole AFF, you seen that going down?
I've heard a little bit about it.
Let's just not even talk about it. Let's not even give it the time of day.
Okay.
Let's talk about the NFL.
NFL. All right, so we got Joe Flacco went to Denver, which is, me and Jake both agree, a pretty good move.
I think it's really good. I've heard a lot of people say that it's not even going to make a difference, because some people believe that Denver's current quarterback, Case Keenum, is just as good as Joe Flacco. As a Rams fan who had to watch Case Keenum play, nope, I don't think that's the case. Joe Flacco is a good quarterback, Super Bowl MVP quarterback.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do good there.
I think, yeah, they could be pretty. They'd be a pretty nice team.
Yeah,
not gonna root for them.
No,
because we got the Chiefs.
But I think that's a good move by Denver.
I think it'll be weird to see Flacco not in a Ravens uniform.
That will be weird. That'll be super weird.
Like, I know that people say that a lot about people, but whenever somebody who plays for a team that long and their uniform's as weird as the Ravens uniform,
yeah,
it's like, whoa, that's weird.
It's weird. What else? So Kareem Hunt.
Oh yeah.
The controversial Kareem Hunt went to the Browns. What do you think about that?
I think the Browns have nothing to lose, PR-wise, because they're already such a shit show. I would have to guess Kareem Hunt's probably going to get suspended for the first quarter of the season, whether they choose 4 or 5 games. But the Browns already have good running backs.
Yeah, they have Hyde, right?
Uh-huh.
And they
have like 2 or 3 guys who are a good squad together. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Oh. I don't think it hurts. I think it's funny that the Browns picked him up.
Well, so do you think letting people come back from things like this is okay by the NFL?
It's tricky because, like we mentioned, I think people can change. I really do.
It's true.
And he is so young.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how old he is. Younger than 25, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Very young. I think he's probably got disciplined a bunch from what's happened, losing that money from Kansas City, not being able to play with them in the playoffs, being publicly shamed in this social media age. But he'll probably play in the NFL next year, and that definitely feels pretty bad for a lot of people,
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly.
Well, so if somebody...
But also, I think the facts behind the incident weren't the worst. Like, it wasn't as bad as Adrian Peterson's or...
Well, there was a video.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with the NFL. They try to push this stuff. They try to hide it as much as they can, but then videos come out and they have to deal with it. So it's rough. I liked Kareem Hunt as a player.
Yeah.
The interviews that I've seen with him talking about this, seems like he's pretty genuine, feels pretty bad about what he did. I don't know.
Did you watch the video?
The video, no.
I watched it. I don't...
What'd you think?
I don't know. If somebody... Do you go to jail if you hit a girl? Is that a thing?
I mean, I don't know. It's still like assaulting a person.
Yeah, I know. I guess. Do you go to jail if you hit anybody? I don't...
Depends. Like, it depends. They have the self-defense laws and stuff against it. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I also didn't see the video, so I don't know. Like,
I don't know. There has been a thing though that I think.
I do think he probably has special treatment.
Probably, yes.
Because
he should probably
maybe
be out of season. I would say for something like that.
Yeah.
But I do think that there should be a path to redemption for people.
Yeah.
There's another weird thing that's happened, that there's a lot of people. So you know how the left, right? The left is, a lot of them are pro, not pro no death penalty.
Oh. Yeah.
And also pro letting convicts out sooner and not being as harsh on them.
Okay.
There's a lot of them who are like that.
Sure.
But there's also a lot of the same people who will call for bannings and violence against people on social media. And so it doesn't make sense to me.
Not a consistent.
It's not a consistent view.
Sure.
But I do think there should be a way back for people.
Yeah.
Because people change.
Yeah.
So,
well, I feel like the NFL, they don't want to say this person can't come back because of this type of thing. But they kind of put trust in the organizations not to try to bring those people back so quickly. But yeah. I think I think the problem has become that this happens so often that teams realize that this type of bad press won't be around for that long, because people are used to hearing this stuff. So it's just another name, which is so shitty. But I think that's I don't think Kareem Hunt would get signed to a team so quickly, 10 years ago. But
that's true.
It's become so normal that I was yeah, he'll get probably 4 or 5 games this year, but he'll be back. It's just as bad as someone getting caught for PEDs at this point, which I don't know. I think it's probably worse.
I think it's definitely worse.
So
one's just a thing for the game, an enhancement for the game, and the other's an actual injury to a person.
True. So it's hard to say. I like the Browns. We'll see what happens. They still haven't said the extent of his suspension.
Definitely think there should be a path to the redemption for just about anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know that their redemption is exactly correct.
So the NBA this week, news, they had their All-Star weekend.
Yeah? Do you watch any?
I just saw highlights of the actual All-Star game. Didn't see the 3-point contest or the dunk contest or anything.
Aren't those some of like the biggest like events though?
Yeah.
Like in like any all-star sport thing?
Yeah, definitely. I saw they're paying homage to a lot of the past slam dunk contests because that's the big thing. People like the 3-point contest now too because I don't know, it shows more just like the skills. They also do the skills challenge, which local St. Louisan Jason Tatum won.
Yeah.
Of the Boston Celtics.
Look at him go.
If you don't know him and you live in St. Louis, you see the light-skinned man in the Emos commercials who like holds a basketball. That's Jason Tatum. I know people from St. Louis don't really know them, don't really watch basketball a lot of the time.
That's true.
At least people from like where we grew up.
Yeah.
I guess because there's no St. Louis team, so no one really cares. Yeah, All-Star game happened. It was Team LeBron versus Team Giannis.
Who won?
Team LeBron. And Kevin Durant was the MVP.
Interesting.
So that's all we got on the NBA. I said it before. I'm kind of just waiting for the playoffs. I don't really care about late regular season basketball.
And I don't really care at all.
So, yeah. And then in hockey, the Blues.
Blues are killing it.
Still winning.
All the way last week when we said the Blues were killing it, now they're even more
It's
killing
another week of wins. They're at 10 games, tying their franchise record.
Yeah, Tarasenko's got that 12-point straight. Each 12 game straight point streak.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tarasenko.
And
12 games in a row points. Yeah. Yeah.
We're almost about to set a record for most
longest time of shutouts too. Yeah.
Longest time of shutouts.
Which I don't know. That's a hard one.
That is hard. We got we got Toronto coming up.
Toronto, yeah.
Is that
as the time of this being released?
Are they
playing
good?
Today?
Oh.
Toronto, yeah, they're very good.
Very good.
Yeah. Yep. So that'll be a tough one, but I mean, we'll see. They're playing very well.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Ooh, boy. So now I'm gonna talk about baseball,
which we desperately want to come. Please come quicker.
Spring training games start next Saturday.
Heck yeah.
Pretty stoked.
Jake messaged me. He's like, "You want to go spring training?" I was like, "March is filled, man."
Oh yeah.
I was like,
I was saying in general that trip could. Never mind. This is not important. Well, I found you can find cheap flights to Tampa.
If you want to go to Tampa for $110 round trip.
Yeah, really cheap. If you live in the St. Louis area.
Yeah.
I definitely want to go to spring training sometime.
That'd be
we'll
cool.
Get there. You want to go to opening day?
Depends on the day, but yeah.
The Thursday. I'd probably skip class. Depending.
Would it be at night? It'd be at night?
No, it starts at 3.
Oh, then I could probably go. I have class at 6.
Ooh.
Close.
See, I have class at 5:30, so.
Now I've got to go to that class because I'm missing 2 weeks in a row.
You could just come late.
To the class?
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
We're going opening day.
We're going opening day. We'll see you there.
We'll see you there, Cardinals fans.
Now the Phillies, you said, are getting close with Harper?
There was a leak. There was a thing too. Harper posted on Reese Hoskins' social media. He commented on it, and people were like, he's probably going to the Phillies.
That would be interesting.
It would be interesting.
That would make their lineup pretty nasty, I think.
It would be. I think right now, and even last year, they definitely overperformed, but they still weren't like. They weren't a playoff team. They weren't an elite team in the National League. But I feel like they need a guy like Harper. I think they understand that too. Like they've made some moves with some other people, but they need a big name like that to make the big bang.
Yeah, and that will make a big bang.
And apparently San Diego is still talking with Machado and with Harper. So
what if San Diego signed both?
I think they probably just want one of them, but
what if they did?
If they signed both of them? Oh shit. If they signed both of them, I don't know, watch out, Dodgers. Watch out, NL West.
That would be insane.
Yeah, we just really want baseball to come already.
Yes.
Oof. I know the pitchers and catchers already reported. I think probably that this week the position players probably came down.
Yeah.
So it's happening. Woo. Yeah. And they start the season earlier now too, so you don't have to wait as long. It's about a month away.
1 month.
Oh,
Can we just skip?
Oh. Oh. Oh, never mind.
What?
I got a notification from MLB, but it was still a speculation.
About what?
Harper's San Francisco.
Oh.
We talked about that last week.
We did talk about it last week.
Nobody knows what's going on.
Nobody knows what's going on.
They'll go to a team. I can say pretty confidently the Cardinals are not after either of those players, but kind of wish they were.
Be cool. Be cool if we could get Machado.
Yeah, we don't need Harper.
Don't need Harper.
We don't mess. Overpriced.
But Machado?
Overpriced boy.
Machado?
We're not paying anybody $300 million.
It's true.
We're good. The team's good. NL Central is tough, but we'll see what happens. Dude, speaking of NL Central, I've been looking. People start posting their their projected end of the year standings stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of people are sleeping on the Cubs.
Really?
A lot of people. I don't know. That lineup is still nasty.
I know.
Like their pitching isn't as good as it was, but that lineup is still nasty.
And freaking Rizzo.
Yeah.
And Bryant both had really off years last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they come back and bat like normal.
Yeah. It could be
super nasty lineup.
Could be a thing. It's pretty good. I saw a lot of people saying that they were going to be like around 500, maybe a little under, pretty consistently. I saw him.
Baez plays like he did last year too.
They have potentially like 5 all-stars on that starting lineup.
Yeah.
Legitimately. It's just.
Did they keep Murphy?
I don't know. No.
No.
I'm gonna say no.
I say no.
That's my. Jake, what happened? Editing boy, what happened there?
He signed with the Rockies. Bitch.
Oh, well, they're still good either way, huh? That was our sports section. I think we talked about enough sports. So, past weekend, it was a long weekend for a lot of folks because of President's Day.
Except for us here in the UM system.
Doesn't matter to me. Don't have class on Monday.
I skipped.
But if you gave us the holiday, Eli wouldn't have had to do that.
Yeah, exactly. I think I missed some important stuff in my accounting class.
So people across the country some parts of the country, I think they're starting to have their early barbecues and cookouts. Midwest is still too cold, but
I want a barbecue.
Yeah. Our weather, unfortunately. We had some good days, but they didn't come at the right time.
Yeah. It's like we get 65 and then it hits 19 degrees.
Yeah. I was thinking about talking about holidays like President's Day. I feel like we have a lot of those types of days, where we get the 3-day weekends.
Yeah.
But then apparently in like Canada and in Europe,
yeah,
they have way more.
I think so, yeah. They have like a lot of holidays they get off. Because they actually give a shit about their people.
Huh.
And their breaks are all super long too.
Right, yeah. Especially in Europe.
Yeah.
They got it good over there. Sometimes.
Some areas.
Some areas I'm sure they don't.
Yeah. But speaking of President's Day, who's your favorite president?
All right. Favorite president of all time.
All time.
Or in my lifetime?
We'll do both.
In my lifetime, who's been the president? Clinton, Bush, Obama, and I don't really know the current guy's name, but he looks pretty mean. I don't know. For me, I liked Obama. He's good. I don't really remember Clinton, so.
Yeah. So he's favorite in your lifetime.
But
Now
my
who's-
childhood was George Bush, and he just seemed like, you know, a lost puppy type character.
So who's your favorite of all time?
Of all time, well, he just asked a history minor who his favorite president was. Oh, how long are we gonna be here?
As long as you want, Jake.
I like Truman because he said fuck it. He dropped the nukes on them motherfuckers, and he was from Missouri.
And he was from Missouri.
Mic drop. I like Taft because he was a fat guy. I think he was the first to throw out the first pitch at a baseball game too. That's pretty cool. Lincoln was okay. He's pretty cool. He's a pretty cool guy.
So your top three would be Truman, Lincoln, and Taft?
I mean, probably somewhere in there. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I don't know enough about Truman, even though I've been to his presidential library, which is, you know about those?
No.
Basically I don't know about every president. I think every president has a presidential library. It's by where they grew up usually. Truman's is in Independence, Missouri. It's by Kansas City. Very close. Somewhere by Kansas City. And I went there with my pops. It's a pretty cool museum. And yeah, he was the one that said, yeah, it was nuke 'em. It wasn't that simple. He was very broken up about it, but
yeah, let's give me the red button.
yeah, let's nuke 'em.
Yeah.
So I like him because he's from Missouri and he did an important thing for history. I like Taft because he was the tubster. Come on, he's got some good anecdotes. And then Lincoln, I mean, come on, he's the goat. Everybody knows he's the goat. I don't have to talk about the goat.
It's true. He's the freaking goat.
What about you, Eli? What presidents you like?
Favorite in my lifetime? Haven't really liked a president yet in my lifetime per se.
That's fair. I mean,
haven't necessarily liked any of them at all. If I had to pick one, I'd probably say Obama.
right? Yeah.
But that's just because the man can give a speech.
He seemed like such a nice guy.
Yeah.
Who knows if he really was?
Who knows? But he could give a speech. So he's all right. But of all time, I always get the Roosevelts mixed up.
FDR.
Yeah.
You like some FDR business?
Yeah.
He was a good president.
I'm into that. Gotta love the first George Washington.
Oh, George Washington.
You gotta love that guy.
George.
Lincoln's dope, of course.
Lincoln, the Link man, the classic.
Greatest of all time, Lincoln.
Yeah, he's the goat. I think that's pretty people in agreement. He's the goat.
Yeah. Who's the president who died? Isn't there a president who died of a?
I was wondering if we were going to talk about this. William Henry Harrison.
Yeah.
He died in like 30 days after he got inaugurated.
Yeah.
What a fucking scrub.
And then, wasn't there another president who did a?
He did a duel?
Yeah, duel death.
I don't remember.
I don't know. If there's a president who died from a duel or participated in a duel, I'm all in on him.
Pretty badass.
I'm all in on him.
I also want to give a quick shout out to Jimmy Carter. I like Jimmy Carter. He seems like he does a lot of good things for the world. But that was before we were born.
That's true.
So
Where are you now, Carter? Where are you now?
he's just an old man who's like trying to help.
Oh yeah, you're true. Truman is dope because he dropped a bomb.
And he's from Missouri. That's it.
Is that what we had to balance it out with?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we like him because he dropped
I don't
the
know
bomb.
if dropping the bomb was the right move, but
But he's from Missouri, so fuck yeah.
he's from Missouri. Woo!
But yeah, so
That's the presidents.
presidents
So-
are fun.
We did the holiday correctly. We sat and we thought about the presidents.
Yeah.
I
Don't
mean,
you like that ride at Disney, the President's Ride?
it's not a ride. It's the Hall of Presidents.
Oh, whatever. Yeah.
It, last time I was at Disney
Yeah.
was before our newest president.
Did they stop Morgan Freeman stopped narrating it?
Yeah, so Morgan Freeman does this little narration before talking about America and just makes you feel so patriotic. God damn it. But after Trump was elected, he isn't doing it anymore. Which there's a lot of things that you can say about Trump that disappoints you so far as him as president, but that still stings. I like that Morgan Freeman.
I mean, Morgan Freeman is God, so.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see because basically they have animatronics of all the presidents, and then the current president. I saw the Obama version when I was there. I think
favorite of your life.
I think the first time I saw it was the George Bush one, but I don't really remember that as well. But yeah, George Bush was still president, so I saw that one at some point. I don't really remember it. So basically, like, then Obama gave a speech talking about our fellow Americans or whatever the fuck he was talking about. Our current president has his animatronic in there, and I don't know. I don't know if I'll see the bit where he's doing the speech or he's just in the background with the other boys. We'll never know. I think I'm going to Disney before the next election, so
you'll probably see him.
So I'll probably see the boy. The boy. Unless he gets impeached. Oof. Or he has to resign for some reason.
Oof. Wait, is Nixon not in there?
Nixon?
Didn't he have to resign?
No, but like I'm saying not see him in the front.
Oh.
All the presidents are still there.
Gotcha.
No matter how fucked up they were. I'm sure some there's like President 12 did some shit that was not cool. Or President 21 or something. I don't know who those presidents are off the dome. Don't know if I called out a really good president.
President 12.
President 12. Who was President 12, Editor Jake?
The 12th president was Zachary Taylor, and according to U.S. News, he was one of the worst presidents of all time. The article reads, Zachary Taylor was a more forgettable president than a failed one, and the reason is simple. The 12th president was probably the least politically attuned man to occupy the White House in American history. Ignorant, one might say, to the point of innocence.
Oh, yeah, I remember him.
Nope, don't remember him.
Dude, is Washington's brother. Washington Jr. His brother's is a junior. I don't know. Fuck. Ugh.
We're gonna wind down?
We're winding down?
We're letting the people leave.
Yeah, so hope everyone had a good President's Day.
Yeah.
Hope you took this moment to think about presidents, because I think that's what the holiday is all about. And in school, especially elementary school, they would talk about Washington and Lincoln, and that's about it. That's all we would talk about. Oh, okay, quick segue. I heard this story once about... So I'm in the education sector of our university, and I heard someone talk about how they had trouble talking, not about the presidents, but as some historical figure. Like, they were teaching about it to some little kids, and then they had to explain to, like, once they explained to them that they died, they got really sad. So I think about that a lot. Like, if I was in a situation like that, I was like talking about, let's say, William Henry Harrison. I was like, he was pretty cool. He was president. And they're like, oh, cool. I was like, then he died. And they're like, what?
What? That's funny.
So President's Day was a day that happened.
It was a day. By the time you hear this, it'll have passed.
It was
but
yesterday.
Never forget.
Never forget the presidents. Never forget the vice presidents. Never forget your mom's name. Never forget your dad's name. If you don't have a mom or dad, never forget your legal guardian's name.
All right, after that, you're good, though. You don't forget anything else.
You forget whatever you want. What? Who are we talking about?
We're going to do our musical picks now, Jake.
Can you let me talk about bullshit for one more second?
I don't know, Jake. I don't know what you're doing.
Okay, it's fine. What's your pick this week? Okay, actually, we should probably explain. Every week we do these musical picks of artists we want to give a shout out to. It helps give them exposure. Maybe it gives us exposure.
Maybe not. It's more about the artist.
It's really just check out these sweet... It's to keep us on our toes, listening to music, and it's to spread the love to you.
Yeah.
So everyone can do these
you
picks.
listen.
Eli's pick this week is...
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah, your pick
thanks.
this week.
All right, cool.
What's... Oh, my God. You fucked it up. What's your pick this week, motherfucker?
My pick is a cool band who we played with a long time ago. They're not local this week. They're actually from Georgia, I believe.
Georgia. Yeah, they are.
Peach State Pop Punk.
Right, that's their thing.
That's their thing. They're a pop punk band. Their name is called Vieira. They are called Vieira. And,
What are they called?
Vieira. God damn.
Vieira?
They're called Vieira, okay, and they're from Georgia.
Georgia.
They're pop punk.
Pop punk.
They're really cool. We played with them a long time ago. They toured and they came here, and we played with them. They covered Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit. It was fucking awesome. We pitted and did crazy shit.
Did dumb shit 15-year-olds do.
Exactly. And it was awesome. The song we're going to give them a little shout out to is their new single. They took a hiatus for a couple years, but they literally just dropped this single this past week. It's called The Well, and you can find it on their Spotify and whatnot, and we're going to play it here.
A little help here. My intuition has got a leak in it, making wrong turns left and right. I beat 'em all again tonight.
Ooh.
Sexy.
Ooh.
Mm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What's your pick, Jake?
My pick this week is our friends, our
We don't
friends
have
band,
friends.
our friends band, our friend Aiden and Andrew, who I guess you wouldn't have ever played with Aiden, huh?
No, but I was in marching band with Aiden.
Okay. I've played music with Aiden and Andrew before. Their band's called Malibu 92. They just released this single. They're like an alt pop band, which isn't really my style, but I'm still very, very proud of the boys for what they've done.
Yeah.
The song is called Chemical Caroline, and here it is.
Kaleidoscope eyes, don't you look so sweet? Hallucinations, but you're all I see.
See, listen to them boys.
Yeah.
Brings a tear to my eye.
Has some
These sweet young boys.
Nice quality in the recording.
What a good. So go check them out. I think they have a show in April scheduled.
Oh, shit.
I'm going probably.
I will try my best to go.
Yeah, we're going to go. You should support them. You should support your local arts. You should support bananas. Oh, fuck, dude, I don't have.
Go by your local grocery store, buy some bananas, and we'll see you guys later.
Goodbye.